What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video. And guys, this is going to be a serious one. I'm not going to try to joke on this because this is very serious. As you guys probably know, right, we've got two ongoing conflicts. Well, we've got many ongoing conflicts, right? But we got two conflicts that really look like they're in danger of dragging other countries into it because they're proxies of other nations. The nations involved in these wars are proxies of other nations, and other nations, including the United States and the UK. We have a vested interest in countries like Israel, and we have a vested interest in countries like Ukraine, and obviously, you know, in Ukraine's effort of supporting against Russia and all that, because Russia is so bad and all this other crap. When honestly, the real enemy here should be China, but we'll get into that. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Believe it or not, that stuff helps out the channel immensely. I mean it, immensely. I've been hearing that forever from the YouTube, content creators, and I was always like, okay, fine, I'll do it. But in making videos, I realized, damn, dude, like people really see your video when you have people liking it or commenting on it or sharing it, obviously. So stuff like that really helps us out. It really, kind of sends an attaboy to me and the channel, So I appreciate it. And besides, we would love to have you be the newest member of the flock. The flock is for life. So come join us, all right? The air is for everyone. Now, we're going to get into this. This is kind of a crazy story, you guys. Iran has launched missiles at Israel. We are at peak readiness in attack and defense, an IDF spokesman said. Now, this is crazy because this might drag the United States even deeper into this conflict, okay? Because obviously Iran has decided to get involved, and that's not cool, dude. I mean, they've always been involved, right, in the shadows and what have you. But now they've become so bold that they're like, whatever, let's just do it. So, let's get into this. Israeli civilians entered bomb shelters on Tuesday evening as the Israeli military reported incoming missile fire from Iran. Obviously, it's a different time over there, so if you're in the United States and you're just listening to this video, it's evening over there, The Israeli military issued the alert just hours after a senior White House official warned Iran was preparing to imminently launch a ballistic missile attack on Israel. This is so scary, you guys. The United States has indications that Iran is preparing to imminently launch a ballistic missile attack against Israel, the official said in an email to the Epoch Times. We are actively supporting defensive preparations to defend Israel against this attack. A direct military attack from Iran against Israel will carry severe consequences for Iran and the rest of the world, to be honest with you. And the rest of the world. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. Because at this point, if the United States enters into an armed conflict with Iran, we are going to be spread so thin, and it literally might trigger aggression from China. It might. Who knows, Because not to say that I'm not insinuating one way or the other whether China and Iran are bedfellows, okay? I'm not insinuating that. What I am insinuating is that China wants to destroy the United States. That's I'm 100% sure of. You can look it up. You can do the research. Fact check me. Fact check me all day. I don't care because I read my stuff before I say this. Now, China, if they want to get the United States when we're weak, this might be their opportunity, We got a weak president who's probably not even there when he's awake. He goes to the beach just to sleep. It's crazy stuff. But then on top of that, we don't know who's running the country. And we might actually have a Kamala Harris victory. God forbid. And I hate taking the Lord's name in vain. I really do. Because I'm trying to be a good Christian. But dude, God forbid. Like honestly. And it had to be Biden that is at the helm when this crisis is going on. We might be screwed, ladies and gentlemen. It says Israeli forces had reported launching cross-border ground raids into Lebanon in the early mornings of Tuesday. This is getting so crazy. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said Tuesday that the Biden administration is watching the situation between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon very closely. Jeez. Blinken did not directly address the reported Iranian missile threat during the brief remarks ahead of talks with the visiting foreign minister of Morocco. The United States is committed to Israel's defense, he said. We're watching developments, as I said, very carefully at this moment. Oh my goodness. We might be screwed. We might be screwed, y'all. The Israeli military's Home Front Command issued new safety advisories on Tuesday, ordering schools near the northern border to remain closed and telling residents to limit their public gatherings. The command said northern Israeli residents could go to their places of work so long as they could quickly reach a bomb shelter. The Home Front Command said residents in and around Haifa and further south into central Israel could hold slightly larger public gatherings. Education activities could also proceed in areas close to bomb shelters. That's a crazy way to live, man. Can you imagine? I remember as a kid, being taught about bomb drills, and all that, duck and cover under a desk and all that trash. Not that I would do anything. It's like that South Park episode, Duck and Cover, when a volcano's coming at you, dude, it's what a way to live, dude. I'm just thankful to the good Lord that we don't have to, send our kids to school with the precaution of, hey, sweetheart, in case in case an enemy decides to attack us because we're in the middle of a hostile land and a hostile area, regardless of how you feel about Israel, they have it really tough. They're in the middle, and a bunch of countries around them want to wish them harm. It's absolutely insane. I couldn't imagine sending my daughter, either of them, to school saying, hey, get ready to, throw yourself into a bomb shelter. And then imagine after everything pops off, you have to go and find your kid in a bomb shelter and pray to God that they're safe. Bro, thank God, for real. And by the way, I say that knowing full well that we still might be screwed. We still might be screwed, Sorry about that, guys. We still might be screwed. This is I'm not gonna say it's unprecedented, but it is a historic moment, a negative historic event, obviously, a bad historic event, but history is full of it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. This is really, really scary. At least, if you're looking at it, right, you got to think, how deep is the United States going to go? Not just in debt, because obviously we're in debt and we're going to be in bigger debt because of this. But we also have to worry about our own safety, the troops' safety, whether or not other foreign powers are going to attack us because of our vulnerable state. A lot of stuff going on, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I know that I, for one, am super uncomfortable with all this. And to make matters worse, like I said earlier, the worst part about all this is that it's Biden in control right now. And if it's not him, it's Kamala Harris. And she's a communist, and she's an idiot, What is she going to do? Go into a room and just start, tossing her word salads the way she does and expect miraculous, victories? Get out of here with that. It's just not going to happen. Addressing Israeli citizens on Tuesday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu characterized the intensified military actions around the Israel-Lebanon border as a moment of great achievements and great challenges. Netanyahu urged Israelis to closely follow the Home Front Command's instructions. Together we will stand steadfast in the trying days ahead of us, he said. Together we will stand, together we will fight, and together we will win. Israeli citizens sheltered from a wave of Iranian missiles and drones earlier this year. That's not a sentence. Sorry about that, guys. The Islamic regime ordered the April 13th, barrage in response to what it concluded was an Israeli airstrike that struck an Iranian diplomat compound in Damascus, Syria on April 1st. And I think that's the end of it. Yeah, it is. I don't know what is going to happen, you guys. I don't know if it's going to be business as usual. Hopefully the government doesn't start lockdowns or anything like they did with COVID, because that would be crazy. But I know a lot of people would gladly give away their freedom for security and safety. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world is, and everybody comes in different flavors and different, opinions and all that. But this is insane. I don't know how else to describe it. It's really gonna be a moment. I don't want to say of crisis, but it's definitely gonna be a moment in which the world kind of holds its breath, because at this point, some people maintain. I've heard many pundits on the left. I believe Cenk Uygur's one of them. I believe that he said this. Definitely other, leftists like Harry, what's his name, Harry Sisson or whatever, that kid, that he's so smug. I can't stand the kid. I really can't. But whatever. The point is, a lot of leftists, if you watch leftist media, which I wouldn't recommend if you want to keep your sanity, but if you do watch some leftist media, you're going to see obviously different opinions than my own, and Fox News and Newsmax, and guys, some people will say that Israel is using the attack from last year as a way of just destroying Gaza and getting back at Hamas and all this, and they're using it to just eliminate a people and commit genocide and all that, whatever. So the fear, I guess, would be, are these people right? I don't think so, but they could be. I don't completely block that off as a possibility, and I don't think you guys should either, just because of the fact that when you're not behind the scenes, and I mean really behind the scenes, I mean like with almost telepathy, being in the room and going, okay, what's in this man's heart? What's in this woman's heart? What's in, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing where you can literally read everybody's minds. You're not going to know what is really going on. We're never, for the most part, we're never going to really know what's going on. And that's going to be really trying. That's going to be really trying. And if the leftists are right, and Israel is just using whatever excuse it can to basically turn its opposition into glass, we're going to be in for a scary ride if they're right. I don't think they're right. At the same time, I would be tired of throwing my citizens in bomb shelters and living that way. That sounds awful. That sounds like, I don't even, it's like Silent Hill levels of deranged reality, It just sounds like something crazy. I'm just so glad I don't have to live it, but we don't know what's going to happen with our country. By the end of this year, I might be recording this right now for you guys to give you guys a news update. And maybe by the end of this year, we won't have a country at this point, because you never know. November is going to be a big vote. And for people that are against wars, especially forever wars, we are about to enter one of those forever wars if we back up Israel, which I'm not 100% that we should. I'm not 100% that we shouldn't. I think we should, because I think it's a strategic foothold. I think they have a lot of resources that we could benefit from. And it's not just oil. I also mean resources in the, for example, training of our soldiers. When I was in the police academy, we had an Israeli guy come in and demonstrate Krav Maga during defense tactics. It was cool. It was really cool. And that type of cultural enrichment, is valid, and it's powerful. But is it worth the cost? And every individual is going to have a different opinion and decision on whether or not it is worth the cost. One of my kids will literally give up all of her freedoms for safety and security. And I say kids, but she's about to be 22. And it's scary. It's really scary, because you shouldn't ever give up your freedoms. Human dignity is important. And if they treat us all like cattle, and I'm really what they're saying is we're sheep. We're sheep that need to be herded, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't act like sheep. But if they do want to herd us and lead us into our doom, then we should defy that, and in the most peaceful ways possible, of course. And that, for right now, all I got is to vote against Kamala Harris. I am obviously biased. I'm a Trump supporter, but this is big news, and this should make you think. This should make you think and reconsider your position if you're a Harris supporter or what have you. She is going to keep us in this and maybe overcommit our resources. And do you really want her to be making decisions of any type during a crisis? Maybe, we don't know if this starts World War III. We still got the Ukraine-Russia thing going on, and who knows how that's going to end? Who knows what NATO's going to do? It's so many different things. So, just vote intelligently. Vote with your mind, not with your heart. Because your heart, and I know people say follow your heart and all that crap, but your heart gets you in trouble, dude. It really does. Your brain is what should be keeping your heart in line. But anyways, that'll do it for me, you guys. Really appreciate it. Always love hanging out with you guys. If you've made it to this part of the video, thank you for tolerating me and my horrible dad jokes. But yeah, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be checking this story out probably a little bit more as it develops. But please, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. It would really mean a lot to me. And I will always read what you guys say. And I will always try to, answer back. But that's about it, you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And as always, stay safe and stay based.